A lot of people are wondering why a picture of me smiling beside David Rockefeller appeared on the internet. And they're saying, how did I get to meet him? Well, he was here in Japan on what was supposed to be a top secret visit. However, if he's in Japan, he's on my turf. And it was pretty naive of him to think I wouldn't know he was here and I wouldn't know where he was. Now, I could have had him brought to me all tied up with a vibrator up his ass, just like happened to that reporter for the Yomiuri newspaper in April when he got too close to these people. But I don't think torture is a very polite way of talking to people, and nor is it very productive. Friendly conversation is always the best. Now, the interview may be a little bit disappointing in the sense that a guy like that is not going to go and just tell you, oh yes, I'm head of the secret government and I sacrifice children and I'm planning, to turn everybody into sheep. It's just not going to happen. You have to look for subtle signals. It's the rules of the game. I was a corporate journalist for 20 years, and I know that if you just ask those questions, they'll shut down the interview, you get nowhere. So if I said, why did you spread HIV and why did you create SARS? He would say to his bodyguard, get this Fruit Loop out of the room. That's how it works. So I had to operate within his matrix. And I hate going there. I hate that place. But I had to pretend I was a friendly journalist. And I had to sneak in the stuff I wanted to ask because, unfortunately, it would have been great if you could really hit him with this stuff, but it wasn't that circumstance. He was accompanied by the president or chairman of a fancy PR company, and a guy who looked like a heavy-duty Mossad type who could probably kill me in 3 seconds if it ever came to that. I came with a cameraman and myself, and now you may wonder, when you look at this interview, why I was not more aggressive. The reason is simple. Years of experience have taught me that you get nowhere with an aggressive interview. I would only get lies, and here's evasions and spiel, and the interview would be cut short. What I've learned over the years is that you got to appear like their friend when you interview them, or you're not going to get good information. So I'm now going to show you the segments of this interview, and then I'm going to deconstruct them for you so that you can know what I think this man is really saying. Me too.
Here we go.
Ben want to get into the world situation and so on, and I would think, when he talks about the state of the world and the possibility of conflict and so on, I think you dismiss these things, in terms of whether there's going to be another war and all of that.
Yes, that dismissed it.
Dismissed in the sense
yes,
that.
Okay.
And if he asks you if you're running the world, I think you dismiss that as well.
Sure, yeah.
But I think we can dismiss that before we start.
Okay. Well, all right. So let me start though. I know that I've read quotes from you before, and I believe also from your memoirs, where you have said that you would like to see the formation of a world government. What sort of vision do you have for, humanity to stop war and get its act together? So.
Well, I'm afraid I have to start with what you recall. I don't recall that I have said, and I don't think I really feel, that we need a world government. We need governments of the world that work together and collaborate, But I can't imagine that there would be any likelihood, or even that it would be desirable, to have a single government elected by the people of the world. So I think whatever you heard was misrepresented my feelings.
Okay. So the first question is, he says, I don't want a government of the world elected by the people of the world. Okay, that's the key little sort of wiggle thing there. He likes a secret government of the world, is my guess, not one actually elected by the people of the world. Okay? This is the key to understanding this. And he's denying the quote that everybody's heard of him that comes from his own memoirs. So that's his official face. I don't want world government, but only if it's elected by the people. There's a quote if you go to Wikipedia and Google under David Rockefeller saying
yes.
that. Now,